Hi everyone, I hope you're all well. I'm using the traditional tarot today for our reading. Clear. And I'm setting the intention for a reading for the highest and greatest good for the collective, for anyone who views this video. The sun moves into Sagittarius, so we start Sagittarius season today. So happy birthday to all the Sagittarians. I absolutely love Sagittarius. It's the archer, half horse, half man, with his arrow pointing and aiming towards the galactic centre, reminding us to aim high, to dream big. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, the planet of expansion, the planet of optimism, of positivity, of good luck, of good fortune. So things starting to shift now, and we'll feel the shift. Also, Jupiter resonates with the frequency of Buddha consciousness. So being compassionate with ourselves after the deep purging work that we have all been doing on ourselves, finding those disowned parts of ourselves and bringing them now into the light, bringing life to them, bringing love to all those disowned parts of us that we weren't loving. So everything coming in now, feeling the light and the feeling of breaking through the surface now, moving up into the higher timelines, breaking through the membrane so that we can rise up into higher consciousness, into the higher timelines. So I'm setting the intention for a reading for the highest and greatest good for the collective, or anyone who views this video. So there we have the Six of Swords, the Queen of Cups, the Moon, and this one, the Ace of Wands, wanted to come out, and we have the Five of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, the Lovers, the Two of Cups. Okay, so the Six of Swords, as we have shifted our thought process and done the cultivation, we then start to journey into a new environment. So this is, you can see there, the moving from turbulent waters into clear waters, and this is clear consciousness moving now, shifting as we've moved and cleansed and cultivated our inner environment. It takes us into a new reality that is smooth, that is calm, that soothes us. So we're shifting from the past now, from the time of Scorpio, which has been absolutely magical and mysterious, and took us to the depths of who we truly are, and being able to heal those parts of us so that we can move now into the higher timelines, into that smooth consciousness, the higher consciousness that brings in such insight, such spiritual knowledge and understanding of ourselves. Then we have the Queen of Cups. She is the intuitive. She's moved through all the suit of the cups, through all those emotions, through the turbulence. She is sat on the shore now, on her throne, surveying the consciousness, listening to her intuition, consulting her guides, consulting her cards, consulting her crystals, connecting with her crystals, her spiritual gifts, and listening to her heart and the higher guidance that's coming in. And she is there with that beautiful cup, looking into it, looking at how now her cup overflows with a precious wisdom and divine abundance. Our spiritual gifts bring divine abundance. So she sat there on her throne, having gone through all the trials and tribulations of our emotional memories, and come in and now sitting in that calmness, looking into that cup of love, romance, of joy, upliftment, spiritual wisdom. Then we have the moon, and we're moving up into the full moon in Gemini on the 27th of November. So we're on the waxing side of the moon. So when we write our intentions down, write our visions down, write the script of our life, and allow the light of the moon as it grows to add energy, mystical energy, magical energy to all our intentions, all our wishes. So this is a time where we've just moved into Sagittarius. We are being encouraged to dream big, let go of those insecurities. Those they don't belong any longer. We are dreaming big now. We're opening our hearts, and we are bringing our head into alignment, and we're moving forward, focusing on our vision boards, focusing on whatever we have written down in our wish list, but feeling them as we read them. Feel them how we would feel if those intentions were already in our lives, because they are. We have just not come into alignment with them yet. So the moon is assisting us, and the moon is moving into Gemini. And Gemini is the lovers in the tarot. So this is a time of looking at within and loving and being respectful of ourselves, and looking into our relationships as well, for any shadows that may appear that bring up a surge of remnants of the purgings that we've been doing. And just know that we no longer need this energy within us. We no longer are in a place of going back into those old karmic cycles, because they're done, they're finished. So the moon is here assisting us. We can look into the shadow and allow that to grow and reprogram, or we can actually take on this beautiful energy of the centaur and look up into the heavens and really visualize and dream. And it's a beautiful time of daydream. I know as a child, and lots of you would have been daydreamers, and I don't know where I went to when I was off daydreaming. It was always in my school report. But sit and daydream, and just focus on a flame, or focus on a flower, these beautiful flowers that were gifted to me. Focus on something that you can just soften your gaze and stare into, and allow your beautiful visions to take flight, to grow wings and fly up into the heavens. So the moon is growing, and as we focus on our intentions, visualize our life, how it would be if we were living in those intentions, and feel it, visualize it, speak it into existence. Then we have the Ace of Wands. This brings in a new beginning. This brings in a wand. This wand is our magic. This wand is our passion. It's our gift. It's what we have been stuffing down and denying ourselves. We've been denying ourselves life, love, happiness, because we've been in such a place of fear. Now we're breaking free. We're breaking through that surface into this freedom, into this liberation of love and expansion. And this brings in our gift. It opens up, it cracks open a seed, and our gift grows. And this is new beginnings, where our passions are concerned, where our love life is concerned, where our careers are concerned. And the wands are the element of fire, and we're just moving into Sagittarius, which is mutable fire. So helps us to learn from the past and change and move forward. Carrying our wand. This is a gift from God. This is a gift that we came in and into this incarnation with. Then we have the Five of Pentacles. So the Five of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords. So today the moon is in Pisces before it moves into Aries later on in the day. So for the beginning of the day, something might come up that starts to rob us of our happiness. The Seven of Swords, you can see he's stealing all those swords there and running away. That's our thoughts. Our thoughts are robbers if we don't cultivate. So any thoughts that may come up that bring in doubt, that take us back into last, worst case scenarios or anything like that, anything that's robbing us of our vision, everything that's taking us back into a time that is no longer relevant, that we've done the learning. We don't have to keep going through the same karmic cycle. We're coming back. And the Five of Pentacles. So the Five of Pentacles is one of loss. So wherever we may be worrying about our finances, abundance is a frequency for us to tap into. Prosperity is a frequency for us to tap into. So when we feel wealthy inside, when we feel whole inside, we come into alignment and we connect back with that light. You can see one's on crutches, so needing that support, constantly looking outside for support and appreciation. And if we do that, we will constantly be looking outside of ourselves. It will evade us, reminding us to come back into the light, into the centre. We've moved away. If we're focusing on poverty consciousness or not having enough, no, that's still working through. It's not part of that vision. So it's letting us know you're still worrying, you're still stepping out of faith, you still have this poverty consciousness, you still feel that you can't share, or you're fearful of giving in case something doesn't come back, or whatever it may be. This is these two cards that is lack, that is robbing us of happiness. So just if anything comes up like that, bring ourselves back into that light within. Start tending to that light within, listening to the expansion, listening to the sacredness, listening to the compassion and the uplifting guidance that's coming through now from the cosmos. This is our ego. This is our shadow side that keeps tapping on our shoulder, saying all that is it's not true. This is who you are. You're here, and this is all you are worth, whether it is in a relationship, whether it is in our career. So we are coming back. It's just because we've come out of alignment. We've started to listen to the mental chatter in our heads. So bring it, come back, and maybe have a shower, have a bath, do something to change that pattern. So coming back into alignment. And then we have the Two of Cups. And as we do, maybe it's about relationship. Maybe that we're feeling that we're not being loved. And it is to, when we love ourselves and love, everybody loves differently. We've all had a different experience, life experience, in fact, lifetimes of experience. So we'll all come to love differently. And it is to be open to that and know that people do love us differently. And if we expect people to love us the way we love, then this happens, because nobody can, because we've all had different mind conditioning, we've all had a different past lives. So it is to come back into the center, find that center. From here, we don't need the support. If we're looking for any outside, if we're looking for love on the outside from someone and it's not coming, we will constantly be looking. We'll constantly feel unloved. When we come back within and feel the sacredness within, feel that Buddha consciousness that's coming through, feel the beautiful energy of the Pleiadians and their gifts that they're bringing through, everything that's open to us now in our spiritual arena, in this spiritual essence, in our spiritual band. And this love comes in that brings us completely into alignment, so that we then start to come into the same wavelength as people that love with an open heart. So this is two people coming together. You can see the angels there, the angel wings and the lion, bringing in the strength that we have within us to love. It's powerful. Love is powerful in such a gentle and caring way, an empowering way. So as we love, the Ace of Cups, the Queen is there looking into her cup, which is very beautiful. And as we look into our cup and find the beauty within us, we then are able to share love, because we're not projecting our lack of love, our lack of self-worth into a relationship and expecting our relationship to heal us. It can assist us, and it will assist us in a way that it may bring up our own shadow, and then we go in and do the work and do the healing and love ourselves, that bring in this beautiful energy that as we love, we then resonate in that energy and draw like a magnet people on the same wavelength. So I'm asking now for a message from Carl Grays. Clear. So bringing through a message for us on this beautiful day of the sun moving into Sagittarius. Such a breath, a deep cleansing breath, and helping us to move forward. The crystal skull of wisdom. Clarity now. Clarity from everything that we went into this purging season with. We've let all that go now, and this is the crystal skull. Take the energy, take the wisdom. This is Isis stepping forward, who has rescued our souls and resurrected our souls from past lifetimes. She is the older of the crystal skulls. So as you look into it, it brings in ancient wisdom, divine wisdom, cosmic wisdom. The skull holds knowledge. So feel the energy of this card coming in, bringing in the downloads of wisdom. Asking Archangel Michael for a message from his sword of light. We are protected, and when we know we are protected, we will never worry about anything, because when we start worrying, we are stepping out of faith. And Archangel Michael is asking us to surround ourselves in a bubble of light, and to feel is powerful heavenly protection. We are all connected and guided and protected by Archangel Michael and his legions of angels. There is nothing for us to fear. Fear takes us down into a low vibration that absolutely takes all our energy. When we feel the protection, now look at that, the protection of Archangel Michael surrounding us in his bubble of light as we move through the in between, moving and releasing from the energy of Scorpio, the death and rebirth, endings and beginnings, and we're moving in, and the card connected to Sagittarius is the Temperance, where she is using water carriers to alchemize the waters, so from our unconscious into the conscious. And that's what we're doing now. The Temperance is alchemizing the lower third dimensional matrix, the inverted matrix that we're all moving away from, into the fifth dimension and higher. So we are cleansing our inversions and cleansing them and stepping into our virtues, which is love and happiness and all the high vibrational feelings and thoughts and words and actions that create absolute magic. So the Temperance, we're alchemizing it now, because we know when we feel good, we know what feels right, and we know what doesn't, and it's alchemizing, staying in that place of consciousness where we make decisions, not making them from any pressure or any fears, or being impatient. Alchemizing, really feeling what brings us into balance, what really does create harmony within us, the bringing together of the divine masculine and the divine feminine on this wonderful day and this wonderful time of Sagittarius. And this time of Sagittarius, it takes us through the 12-12 gateway into the winter solstice on the 21st of December. So we've got this light, this divine light, the holy Christed light, the Holy Spirit that's guiding us through this time through the 12-12 gateway into the 21st of December, the winter solstice, where on that day there is the birth of the sun. So the sun starts to grow again in the northern hemisphere. So we're just moving, but we've got this support of light that's guiding us, holy light that's guiding us. So I'm asking now for a message from, there we go, the gods, goddesses and angels, and the goddess of justice. So sometimes what seems an injustice is really a justice. Maybe it's a blessing, maybe it's a repaying of karmic debt. And so to be able to alchemize the injustice inside us, to know that I'm not carrying this any longer, because in doing so I'm coming from my light, coming back into light, and feeling the balance now. And the moon's nodes, Pluto is still activated there. It starts to lessen off towards the end of the year, so it's still there, very active, opposing the moon's nodes, and the south node is in Libra, so helping us to heal those karmic cycles from relationships, to be able to look into every single relationship in a clear way, that there's no triggers, there's no judgments there, because as soon as we go into judgment, we have clicked back into the inversions of the third dimension. So we're shifting that now. We're bringing ourselves into cosmic alignment with Mother Earth and nature, alignment with our higher self. And so look at everything that we've been through as a blessing that's got us here, that we've gained so much wisdom that we can impart on others and guide them through whatever they may be going through. So this is a time of justice, coming into alignment. The goddess of justice is here, asking us to surrender any injustice that we may perceive in this moment, so that we can bring ourselves into alignment to travel through this portal into the next year in an aligned way, that we're not carrying baggage from past lives in this lifetime. So she is here with the stars all around her, hat with the scales, with the ostrich feather on one side and our hearts in another, and just seeing where we're still carrying some heaviness within our heads, especially within our hearts, and just to surrender it now, surrender it into the light. And as we surrender it into the light holds divine intelligence, divine healing, that transmutes it for us. As soon as we give permission with intention that we're not carrying this any longer, and that's not saying that whatever was done is right, it's just surrendering the feeling, because ultimately we're all in a karmic reality. So whatever we do to one, it comes back, whether it's this lifetime or past lives. And so there's a balancing and a closing out of old karmic cycles the moment we surrender. Just surrender the feeling. It's surrender how whatever injustices have made you feel, surrender now the feeling and allow it to be dissolved into the light, into the healing light of the goddess of justice. And I'm being reminded that we are loved unconditionally, and everyone is loved unconditionally. And this is our angels love us, this is how our loved ones in spirit love us, this is how the divine and how our higher self loves. So as we come into that time of unconditional love, we then start to raise up and merge into the fifth dimension, and that's what we're doing with Sagittarius, with the Temperance. We are alchemizing the divine masculine and the divine feminine, the issues there, and coming into that beautiful alignment. So a wonderful day today. I'm sending so much love and upliftment, and you just heard Ruby downstairs. She's my client's here, so she is back to normal. She is back to herself. So thank you from my heart and from Ruby for all the healing that you've sent. We are so grateful. That's how powerful prayer is. When we focus on love and we send that healing energy to a situation, to a person, it creates beautiful cleansing, healing. And wherever you may feel that there is some healing required in your life, sending love there. I'm sending love to you and healing, and calling upon all the angels to come in and into every area of your lives to transmute anything that is blocking you, that is holding you from moving into your new beginning. So feeling the angels and accepting the angels, healing and love, healings, angels of immense love light, healing light coming into your lives. So thank you so much, and thank you for listening. God bless. Thank you.